Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. So thank you for joining me for your ancestor messages. This is going to be a tarot reading for the people born under the Hermit card and the Moon card. If you do not know what your tarot birth card is, or if you are interested in the decks I'm using, there will be links to all of these in the description box below for you. So as always, please remember this is a general reading. I'm going to be channeling messages from different ancestors. So if the message does not resonate, it just is not the message for you today. So now that I've said all of this, I hope you're all doing well and that you've had a good month so far. And let's begin. If you would like to connect to the energies of my deck, now's the time to take a couple of deep breaths whilst I shuffle it. So what to my querents born under the Hermit card and the Moon card need to hear for their highest good from their ancestors, please. Okay. So the first energy we have is the Almandine Garnet and the energy of commitment. And the second one is Aventurine, manifestation. Okay, so obviously I'm going to clarify with the tarot, but the need to commit to your manifestation is coming up. Or you are trying to manifest a deep commitment, maybe in a partnership or relationship. Let's see what this Oracle deck has for you. So from this deck we have the card 32, Breaking Free. It's interesting because this card has come out a lot for the ancestor messages. The need to release, to let go of something. And we also have card number 9, Awakening. Okay, I'm going to show you from up close so you can see the artwork on this, because you may get an intuitive hit. Okay. So there is obviously a need to release, to liberate yourself from something, and this is something that you're going to find is burning inside of you. The Awakening card here is a card of having some kind of revelation, something that's going to blow your mind, literally, and you're going to feel it in the very depth of your being that you need to let go of something. And you're going to need to be committed to this. This is going to be a process, but you are fully capable of manifesting it, is what I'm getting. Now, obviously, it can be breaking free from a toxic relationship. It can be breaking free a toxic working environment. It could be letting go of thoughts that you have, maybe of guilt for something you've done or decision you made. But whatever those ropes here that are keeping you tied down are, now is the time to let go of them. And this is going to really shake you. You're going to really feel that desire, that need deep within yourself. But let's grab the tarot and clarify those messages. So can you clarify those messages for my querents, please? You know, it's almost going to be like, for some of you, if it's not happened yet, it will be like a revelation. It's your ancestors trying to give you signs, that you need to do something about this, because this is consuming you, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's see what we have. The Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. Oh, hang on, you can't see it. I hope this is better this way, yeah. Then we have the Queen of Cups. The Magician, another Major Arcana. and the Super Manifestor in the tarot, and the Four of Wands, beautiful energy, yeah. And the energy underlying all of this, which you may not be aware of, but it's at work, we have the Nine of Wands, yes. So the Nine of Wands talks about being one wand away from closing out a cycle. But the main energy of the card is that you may be feeling very tired. You also, and that's a message I'm getting for someone out there, you feel like you have been tested way beyond any kind of expectation. And for some of you, you feel there's a certain degree of unfairness. As I said, it's a special message. If it doesn't resonate, it just doesn't. But your might, your spirit, your commitment to something has been tested, and you're burnt out. Whether you are burnt out emotionally, spiritually, or physically, or all of the above, you're feeling it. You know, you even maybe feel wounded, hurt. But the card of the Nine of Wands is very important in the sense that it teaches us not to give up. This is the worst thing you can do when the Nine of Wands come up. You need to push through, because it's saying one last obstacle, and then you'll get the energy of the Ten of Wands, which is successfully dropping that heavy load that you had. And I do say successfully, because the Ten of Wands gets a very bad reputation for being a card of burden, but you have your 10 wands and you've carried them all the way, and you then drop them safely and successfully where you intended them to be. So this is what this is. So you may be feeling really drained as well, is in other words that's coming to mind. Now you have the Wheel of Fortune opening up the reading. You also have the Magician. These are cards of changes. The first thing I'd say to you is 10 is the completion of a cycle, and 1 is the beginning of another one. So you can clearly see what's going on here with the end of something, so something new can start. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is neither good nor bad. This is just a card that indicates a cycle. It's saying something ends because something else is coming your way. Now, you either choose to jump on the wheel, like I always say, and embrace it and move forward, or you can stumble and just, you know, be taken aback and not embrace the change. So it's really a question of attitude as to how you react to this change. And this change is coming about because you're having an awakening, because you're realizing, or you will very soon if you haven't, that something really is not right, and you feel that burning desire to change it, and it's coming from within, from the depths of yourself. And as I said to you, this is going to require commitment, okay, to manifest this change. It's a process. With the Queen of Cups being here, we have somebody, obviously no genders attached, this is just the energy of the card, somebody who's the super empath of the tarot. This is someone who's very much in touch with their feelings, emotions and intuition. And the Queen of Cups is someone who will make decisions based on their heart space, and who knows very well what's going to work for them, what's going to give them the emotional fulfillment that they're looking for. They're always depicted concentrating on this cup. This cup holds their happiness, basically, and they do anything to get there, okay? This is just, but it comes with a certain level of maturity, of understanding what it is that you need in order to make this cup of happiness manifest in your life. So the fact that this card is situated under the manifestation card, there's also the fact that this is green, which is the color of the heart chakra, is telling me that your ancestors are saying you need to look into your heart to find out what it is that's going to give you the emotional fulfillment and satisfaction that you're yearning for. Because for some of you, and that's again a special message, you are feeling empty, like you're not on your own but you're lonely. That's for some of you. And so this is about going within and really understanding what it is that your heart needs, and being committed to manifesting it. And your ancestors are telling you that you can make it happen, no questions asked. You've got the Magician right under the breaking free, the, you know, liberating yourself from whatever it is that has been making you feel not fulfilled. The Magician is somebody who uses all of their resources. You know, they understand that they are the creators of their lives, and they they utilize what they have. So yes, it could be financial resources if you're trying to leave, for instance, a job or leave a toxic relationship, which means you're going to have to live on your own. So it could be using your financial resources, it could be looking at your career, it could be using your time efficiently, but also using your network of support, you know, friends, family, anyone who could help you. But the thing about the magician, which is very important, is that this is a human in the card. It's not a concept like temperance or a planet like the sun and the moon. This is a human being actively doing something to manifest something. So the message is very clear that in order for the change to happen, you're going to have to take steps, very pragmatic and concrete steps in the everyday world, so that you can manifest this cup here of happiness. And if you do go for it, and again, you know, you are sovereign of your life, I'm just giving you the messages as they come, you will have this energy of the Four of Wands. Now, I love the Four of Wands. It's a beautiful energy of having reached a landmark and having something to celebrate. The four represents the four corners of stability, like you have when you build a building or a piece of furniture. It also represents the strong foundation energy. So this is saying the Four of Wands is having something to celebrate, having made some significant progress and feeling lightened up and elevated because of it. It's a beautiful energy of celebration. So the cards are very, very clear that, you know, with the change happening, if you go within and you look at what your heart needs to be happy and you take the concrete steps with the magician, you will leave behind whatever was tying you down, and you will get to that level where you can celebrate and be happy. This is fire energy. This represents your passion, your desires. So whatever this queen desires here will be there. Now for other people, and this really is going to be a minority, not all of you, there may be somebody trying to move away from a toxic relationship and being able to embrace another relationship with this Queen of Cups, which could be a male or a female, and taking the active step to make it happen. And then there's a commitment coming, because the Four of Wands can also be a card of celebration for a commitment. Now it doesn't have to be necessarily a proposal or a marriage. It could just be let's move in together, or let's take it to the next step. If you were just, you know, let's say friends, and you realize that you had deeper feelings for this person, you may turn your back on something that was holding you back and take active steps in order to be in a committed relationship with somebody else. But that's a special message for someone out there. It's not the main message of this reading. I just had to get it out because it just kept on popping in my head. So let me grab a couple of cards from this deck to deliver your final messages. So can we have some final messages for my Aquarians, please? Now, if you're having trouble manifesting something, I strongly suggest getting your hands on an aventurine. It's a very good crystal for manifestation, and meditating with it or even carrying it with you. Now, I find garnet as a crystal very empowering as well. So if you need, you know, a bit of confidence boost, that could also work. This card wanted to show itself, attend to the details, as I was saying, take steps, very pragmatic energy with the magician in order to make it happen. But let me cut my deck and grab your final messages. So the first one we have is the full moon in Virgo, take inspired action. And the card that just flipped was also a Virgo energy. Now, Virgo energy is very pragmatic, earth element, and the Virgos, generally speaking, are very organized, reliable, and very methodical. So take inspired action. As I said to you with the magician, I kept on telling you, this is a card of taking action, okay? And this is saying, choose something that inspires you, that really ignites your heart and soul, and this is what you'll find out if you go into the Queen of Cups energy of looking at what your heart truly desires and needs, and it will give you this fire energy again of excitement. So that's what I see with this take inspired action card. take action, but not something mundane. Really go for something that's, you know, shock and awe is what I'm getting. And your final message is the full moon in Aquarius. So I'm gonna point out that you've got 2 full moon cards. So if you do rituals or if you want to meditate, a full moon might be the best time for your ancestors to be able to connect with you and give you some downloads, some insights. But with the full moon in Aquarius, be real. This is about being authentic. Aquarius is air energy, so to do with the mental body. So be authentic, be true to yourself. I absolutely love the symbolism here. It reminds me of the star with the water being poured here. So be authentic, get in touch with, you know, your core with the Queen of Cups, and also right there, as you can see, the heart here. Be in touch with who you really are, and go for what is going to serve you the best. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If you found this message helpful in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I thank you for your time. It's your most precious commodity. I am truly humbled you chose to spend it with me. I wish you a wonderful end of the month, and I will see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.